and I was like, oh my god, where the fuck am I? And yeah, I was at the White House.
Okay, we are officially live.
We good?
We haven't started yet, but recording
We're
on
live? Oh shit!
just no, it was like 5 seconds ago.
Thank you.
No, it was like 5 seconds
Okay.
ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm trying not to put any
no,
incriminating
you're good.
evidence out there.
I'll still set anything up. Like, yeah, you didn't get any of that. No, you're good.
Yeah.
But we're not officially live. I want to make sure everything's up. We're good.
And
The
see,
audio's good.
I figured like this would be great because I need to get a little bit of blood later. So like I could just walk down the street to the little dispensary place
Mhm.
and get me a little gram to smoke when I want to smoke. You know, like I'm right here outside the store. Like I went and got me a beer. When I need a beer, I can go get one.
Oh, shit.
You know, so I'm in a good spot. That's why like I had originally like I had whatever to record here, but it's just the background noise. Because sometimes you have these fucking drunk people that are whatever, and well, of course drunk people get loud. So it's that, and then the cars. Sometimes there's a lot of traffic and shit, and it's like irritating. But today it's dead as fuck out here because it's Mother's Day.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, like it's mad dead, dude. Like everybody was out here at like fucking everybody was out here at what's it called it? I want to say when I get here at like 2. Everybody was at the ice machines, Poco Loco, like at all the fucking stores, buying gifts and food and shit like that. And now, like since let me see,
Like
I want
5.
to say since like 5 o'clock.
Oh, since 5? Yeah, that's it.
Yep, since 5.
Because you know bullshit.
Shit.
Well, I'll bring up the
I can
podcast.
literally go and I can go and lay down in the fucking street right now. And
I'll bring
I have to fucking
I'll bring up the podcast because actually that actually is like really good. I think you brought that up. That's kind of how my day went. I'll tell you right now. Before we get interrupted by anything, any background noise, let's go ahead and start the intro though. It's already after 7.
Yeah, because I'm walking back to the whatever and shit.
Yeah.
It's a Mexican dude. He's trying to work his game, but nobody speaks Spanish. Well, this other person speaks Spanish, so they're trying to translate, but it just doesn't hit the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
All right. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're listening. This is Don't Be So Sensitive with Joey Max Power. I'm Max Power here with my co-host.
Joey, what's up, motherfuckers?
As you guys are going to dive right into this. Before we get started, I just want to give a really quick honorable mention to our first responders, that being EMTs, firefighters, and police officers. You guys do not get the pay and or at least the respect you deserve for what you do. So thank you very much. Also, our truck drivers. I found out that those are our more of our demographic, a lot of guys on the road. Thank you again, guys. Please stay safe on the roads out there. And another thing, really quickly, check out our other podcast, Don't Fear the Queer, my good friend Liz. We have not posted anything in a while, but we do have several episodes already up. And Banana Stickers, unfortunately, is on hold because nobody wants to get on the fucking mic. Last episode I recorded was my good friend Kenny about a month ago, give or take. He's been our guest a couple times on that show and one time on Don't Be So Sensitive. So feel free to check all those episodes out. Other than that, I think that's everything I wanted to say. Besides, also one last thing. This episode is not brought to you, by Natural Light Beer yet. However, just so you know, Natural Light, the safer choice. That being said, I think all the important shit out of the way. Joey, how the fuck are you doing today? You're right. I kind of shortened it up a little bit. I think it was better. I don't think I missed anything. I left anything out. I think it was good. I left out the website, but unfortunately, only because that isn't that's not fully up yet. So I'm waiting on that one. But yeah, yeah. How the fuck are you today?
I'm pretty good. I mean, most part, I slept really good last night or this morning because I don't go to sleep till 4 or 5 anymore. I mean, I don't go to sleep till 4 or 5. So I slept pretty good. I woke up at about I want to say like 10. I had shit to do, but I was just like, putting it off, and I ended up I was gonna miss my appointment, so I got lucky. My mom wasn't doing shit, and it was 2 birds, 1 stone. I called her to talk to her, and I got to spend time with her. She picked me up, gave me a ride to where I needed to go and shit, and we got to talk a little bit, and I went to go do plasma.
Yeah.
But the plasma place that I go to, you have to make appointments.
Really?
Yeah. And I didn't know that they closed at 3.
Oh shit, that's fucking early.
So I
wait,
made my
3
fucking
on
appointment, like
just on Sundays? Just on Sundays?
What?
Just on Sundays or like all the time?
Oh, just on Sunday.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Sundays.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Saturdays, they normally, I believe, stay open till 7, but Saturdays and Sundays they close. I think at 5 on Saturday and 3 on Sunday.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay.
So I was like, fuck. So I I made my appointment right at the fucking at the deadline thingy. So if I was gonna be late, I wouldn't have gotten there, in time still.
Yeah.
So because sometimes you're like, hey, I'm fucking 5 minutes or I'm a couple of minutes, and yeah, but they would have been closed. So yeah, she gave me a ride. We got to talk and stuff like that. And, it's the same shit always. I'm a disappointment. No, just like always, how it is. The shit that's going, my personal stuff that's going on right now. So it's like, everybody's like, hey, what is it? They're not mad at me. They're just a little disappointed.
That's how it goes, man.
With my life decisions and shit, but I mean, it's just it's a little hiccup. You know what I mean? It's my pre. How do you say my? I see it as my pre. What is it called? Midlife crisis kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a midlife crisis, but I needed to like get out. You know what I mean? I needed to escape, kind of thing.
Well, I hate to break it to you, Joey, but that's what midlife crisis is.
Shut up. Well, I mean, I think this is my 40th year.
That's what I'm saying. When you get to that point,
so,
you start.
I mean, technically midlife. So I mean, I'm kind of whatever. I was hoping it would come later, so that means I would live a little bit longer. But hey, 80's not bad.
Nah, midlife crisis doesn't kill you. It's just what it is. Is like it's
no,
like.
Well, what I'm saying, like midlife, like.
Oh, you're halfway through your life.
Through my life.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean,
like, shit. I was hoping it would come later, so like it's like at least 50.
Right.
So I can try to.
Hey, shit. 40 is a good year to hit midlife, man. Most guys, a lot of guys get it in their 30s, and that's usually because these guys are already successful. They've gone the route that was told to them when they were growing up. Yeah. This is the way to go.
And they get bored.
And exactly. And they get to a high point, and they're like, okay, now what? So they go out and buy themselves a Corvette, or if they're not married, they go and hook up with a bunch of fucking random chicks,
I'm gonna make myself happy.
Yeah, exactly. And the sad part about it, though, is it doesn't work. It doesn't work. No. It doesn't make you. It doesn't. It never.
To whatever is it never works out good.
Mm-hmm. A lot of these.
When you go out and you do all that shit, you burn bridges and you kind of fuck shit up.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
so it's
like one way or another, it ends tragically. Whether it be the person in question dies.
Hey, you want to see? Watch fucking what is it called? American Beauty.
Oh yes. No, dude, that's a yes.
Fucking little fucking episodes.
That's exactly like this. That's what the movie's about. That's literally what that movie's about. Fucking what's his name? Lester Burnham. I believe it was Lester Burnham. Played by Kevin Spacey. Who, by the way, I do not support Kevin Spacey anymore after I found out his reputation.
The movie's a good movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie. It's a great movie.
He's not a bad actor, but his personal fucking whatever things are not.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we do not support Kevin Spacey's character because we found out later on that he's a bit of a piece of shit. So that's all I'm gonna say about that, just for the record. Along with
he was a piece of shit. You can kind of see it.
You can kind of tell.
But I didn't know he was that big of a piece of shit because there's being an asshole and treating people like shit, and then there's like doing things to people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why. I mean, it makes sense though when
I'm more of a verbal abuse person than a physical act.
Like, well, it makes sense though when you think about like when you watch his movies. A lot of the characters that he plays like the fucking bully. And
he plays the asshole.
Yeah, and he's like so good at it. He just after finding out all about his history, I was like, shit, he wasn't even fucking acting. He was being himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like there's some people, like there was this one actor, I can't remember who it was. This old lady was telling me, she was like, he's my favorite actor, but after he did this movie, he was such a good actor that I just see him as that asshole.
Yeah.
The fucking dick. I can't remember what the fuck actor it was. But she was like, he's such a good actor that now it's hard for me to watch a movie because I see him as that asshole.
Yeah.
I don't see him as anybody else or whatever. Like, he played it that good.
You know what?
And I've even heard, like, there's fucking, what is that called? Novelas. That there's some people, there's people in novelas, and they play, their parts or
Mhm.
their characters. Like, so if they're a bad person, they're always a bad person.
Yeah.
And shit like that. And that there's this one lady that they were, back whatever and shit. When I was watching them or whatever and shit, forced to watch them.
Get over, bitch. You used to watch him.
They were like, this lady, she's such a good actor. Too. Like, you see that? She plays such a it makes you mad. I'm like, yeah, she does play good. And they were like, that she plays it so good that she's actually been slapped in public
Oh,
by
shit.
fucking random people
Damn.
because her character, like she plays her character so fucking good that people actually like think that she's that person and they go and insult her in fucking public.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Oh, it's funny. That's
good fucking acting.
no. I mean, another good example. Anthony Starr. If anybody's not familiar with the show The Boys on Amazon, fantastic show. Do not watch it around your kids. It's not for everybody. Believe me on that one. And I say not for everybody, meaning that like it's a cringy show. Like you have to be like very, very open minded and understand that you're gonna see some shit you've never
It's
seen.
graphic and
Very graphic.
oriented.
Very graphic, very sexual oriented. You're gonna see a lot of dicks. A lot of dicks.
Yeah, there's
I don't know what it is right now. Hollywood's obsession with dicks because like the past 2 years, I watch a lot of shows. I got a lot of free time, and one thing,
it's more whatever to show a dick than it is to show a pair of titties.
well, for a long time, you couldn't show a dick forever at all.
Yeah.
Like it was completely like it was just you just didn't do that, right? Titties is all you get. Maybe you get an ass, some ass cheeks every once in a while, but that was it. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't show anything. They wouldn't show your genitals. That was the number one rule. You never saw that in anything that was not pornographic, basically, or in some way educational. But now it's like HBO especially and Amazon. A lot of these shows that are produced by those companies see a whole lot of dicks, and I know it sounds weird. Like why are you noticing it, dude? How do you not, man? When you go from never seeing a dick for 40 fucking years to seeing like fucking 100 of them
Dicks everywhere.
every
It's
fucking
like with the whole gay propaganda fucking or what did they call it, the gay initiative or some shit like that.
Mhm.
It's like before it was like there was gay people, but it was just like they were gay. Now it's like there's gay sex scenes. They're always having the kiss. They're always like whatever. Like I mean I'm not whatever with the gays, but it was just like.
What I don't
guys, I'm kind of tired of seeing this shit.
Yeah, like what I don't mind. See, okay, what you're explaining right, so what you're describing right there, and I love that you bring that up because I actually had this conversation with my friend Liz.
Even commercials, because it depends. Commercials. Like say I would switch between BET and MTV.
Yeah.
All right. So I see the same commercials for both channels, but in one commercial there's a black guy, and in the other commercial there's a white dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh well, it's the station, the how do you say the people that watching shit, the
demographic.
Yeah, the demographic.
Well, yeah, what's it called? Shit, what was it before that shit? I lost my train of thought. Because you mentioned the.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry.
No, you're.
Yeah, the demographic, dude, and so now I'm seeing the same thing, but now it's like they have fucking the gay commercials. So
yeah,
there's a female one and there's a male one, and it's like.
Before I forget, I remember
it's just this whole PC fucking culture.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Like check it out. Like when Liz and I recorded an episode a while back on Don't Fear the Queer, and I actually asked for her opinion, because I don't get me wrong. I mean, I consider myself family, but I'm not gay. I have a more feminine, mentality, and I don't like straight men because they're assholes. Most of my guy friends, which are very few, it's like I have a small group of guy friends, and most of them are idiots. And when it comes to homophobia, sometimes they pretend to be like they hate gay people, but they really don't. And we make jokes all the fucking time. Like, for example.
Oh yeah, I mean that's how we grew up. We grew up in the late '80s, fucking '90s, where it was like you fucking fag.
Like,
it's like
yeah,
do
like
do it or you're fucking gay.
What'll happen is
you like to suck dick.
Like
that's where fucking, you know what I mean?
Like
it wasn't a thing.
Like whenever I go hang out right now, like because like I said he has a lot of free time, so all he does is just watch TV shows and movies. He just runs through all these streaming networks, right? He's seen like everything that's available right now. He's seen it, and and we'll be watching a movie, watching a show, or the fuck, and like you said, like there'll be like a gay scene or a gay couple, or or like something going on, with like focusing on the characters that are gay. And
Yep.
I brought this up to Liz. I said, let me get your opinion because you're a proud gay woman. Like, do you think that this is okay? And she agreed with me when she said, I don't mind seeing it. I just don't like when they overdo it. They like
Yeah.
really like put it out there. Like they make you
Yeah.
focus on that, and it's like,
Well,
dude,
yeah, yeah. It ends up like okay, like with the gay character, it ends up becoming their theme.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So like instead of concentrating on
the show,
the turmoil or whatever's going on, because you watch the drama things and that's yeah. But like instead of focusing on whatever, it's like more about their relationship.
yes, yeah, like
You know?
it takes the focus away from the plot of the show. You're totally focused on this one character whom is like maybe they're significant in the show, but regardless, the show is not about them. Like,
No,
you're
even
making
at that, like some of the shows, because I would watch like 911, and I watch like stuff like that, and I mean, so each character occasionally has their own like kind of episode.
yeah. See, I like
The
that. I
storyline
like
is
that.
focused on that character.
I like when they do that.
See, yeah, see, I like that too because you get a glimpse of their character.
Yes.
You know what they go through, their day to day, like what they see. And I kind of like that because not everybody goes through the same shit. We all do the same thing. We might all have the same profession, but we don't all have the same day to day.
Yeah, matter of fact, on all the Chicago shows I've been watching. Matter of fact, that happened recently too. Because one of the characters in the Chicago PD, he's this black cop, and he's one of my favorite characters. And right away, like you said, the very beginning of the episode, they told some backstories, of shit that happened with him. And then right away, it's like, oh shit, this episode's gonna be about Kevin. Fuck yeah, I love this. Okay, this is gonna be a good episode.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like you can tell by the first the intro clip before the fucking whatever and shit before the. I need to stop that. I'm trying to take that word out of my vocabulary. Before the intro, before the fucking they give the little hint or the little premise of the fucking episode.
Yeah.
And like you can already tell, it's like, oh yeah.
And it's funny too because I'll say it too. In my head, I'm saying like, oh fuck yeah, dude, they don't know enough episodes about Kevin. I want to know more. I want to know more about his character. Because it's the ones. It's because I noticed too. It's funny because like characters are always like leaving and new characters are always coming in, and it's the ones that stay the longest. I've noticed that they're the ones that the least about. Because
because they don't want to give you too much on the character because they don't want you to get bored with them.
That's true.
They don't want you to be like, oh, we already saw his story. We already know why he's fucked up.
No shit.
Let go get it somebody new. So like the least they do that's where they can do a character episode.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know what, we'll do a character episode.
Oh,
and it's like, but they only tell so much.
So real quick though, back to what we were saying about actors that go out in public and people forget that they're actors. They're just acting.
Yeah.
Anthony Starr from The Boys. Like I said, again, highly recommend the show, but again, don't watch it around your kids.
Which one's Starr?
Anthony Starr is the one that plays Homelander.
Oh yeah. No, he plays that.
He nails that part,
really
dude.
Good.
And it's funny because I first got introduced to Anthony Starr from the show Banshee on Cinemax. That was like about a little over 10 years ago. That's a great show too, by the way. Check it out.
Yeah, he's been around for a little minute. It's just you don't notice anybody till
they pop up.
Something big.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he was in Banshee, and that's when I first found him. And then like years later, he came on The Boys, and I was like, oh shit, he's back. I hadn't seen him in a minute. I hadn't seen him before. And but yeah, like he did an interview and talking about how he's like so happy that this is gonna be the last season of The Boys, because like even though he's enjoyed playing the character, he goes out in public and people treat him like shit sometimes.
Yeah.
He's like, it's just a character I play. It's not who I am.
Yeah, no, because I've seen interviews and stuff and whatever, and he seems like a pretty cool guy. But like he just plays the character so good, dude. Like.
Yeah, because in Banshee,
and then at that too, like he was like born to like whatever his jawline, like just the way like he's, you know what I mean, like his facial fucking.
Dude, like it's funny because you're absolutely right, because like when you look at the comic book version of Homelander, and you look at Anthony Starr, the only thing he changed was they dyed his hair blonde. But that was it. I mean, minus that, like dude, like that's fucking Homelander. Like he looks just like him.
He looks like the douchebag jock from the pretty boy from fucking high school and shit.
Like there are certain characters that are just meant for certain roles.
Yeah.
Fucking Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool. Nobody can deny that he fucking nails Deadpool. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Like, no, dude. Like
To me,
that's
there cannot be a replacement.
I can't
Like,
think of
he
anybody.
owns that.
I cannot think of a
They
single
can't do a
person.
reboot. They can't. 20 years from now, they cannot. Whatever.
It won't.
because
Yeah, it
fuck
wouldn't.
that.
It wouldn't so. Like, I mean, like
Uh-huh.
I can't think of a single actor that could match him. Like the
Yeah.
because
But
like
that's also kind of like his character.
yeah, that's how he
Because
is. That's how he
so
is.
you see the roles, like he plays like fucking Van Wilder, fucking
Mhm.
Waiting. Like he plays like a douchebag, like really good. But like he's not like a douchebag, like asshole douchebag. He's more like the sarcastic
Yeah,
fucking bastard.
that's what it is. Like his character has been in like pretty much every one of his roles, even his serious roles. He's always that guy that's just joking around, real happy go lucky, just fucking just doesn't give a shit. And so when he got offered the fucking part for Deadpool, I'm not sure how it happened to be honest. But when I found out he was gonna be Deadpool, I was like, oh fuck yeah,
Well, the
perfect.
thing is he had already played fucking Wade Wilson in the Wolverine.
That's right. I remember that. That's right.
He played Wade Wilson already. So like he was already like there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it was like the whole setup for the MCU kind of thing, but they don't really know who they're gonna fucking put in or what they're gonna do with shit. So, but Deadpool was one of my fucking my first fucking favorite characters because I used to go and buy comic books and stuff. I never bought a Deadpool, but what I would buy is Marvel fucking cards.
Okay.
Trading cards or collector and whatever things. I bought. What did I buy? I bought Heavy Metal, the cartoon fucking.
Oh, I remember that.
movie.
Yes, I remember that movie.
Okay, so I fucking. It's on Tubi right now.
Is it?
I fucking I bought those cards. I bought the whole set. I got the whole set because it's like I think like 50 cards or some shit. And then I started collecting Magic the Gathering cards. I fucking I would just buy cards, and one of them that I would get was Marvel cards. And then when I would buy comic books, some of them would come with little cards in them. And one of them that I had was Deadpool. And the one thing that I always remembered was the Merc with the Mouth and shit like that. And I was like, oh yeah, and he was handy with the knives and whatever and shit. Like I didn't really know his powers. Like it just gives you a little explanation on the, on the card. And yeah, he was my fucking I cherish that fucking card. And then of course my younger cousins come over and they destroy all my shit. Yeah, like I like the fucking Deadpool, Carnage, fucking Spawn, like.
Oh, nice, love Spawn.
Figures, bro. I had the fucking figures and shit. And one day I left. I guess I don't know where the fuck I went. I was with the grandparents, and my cousins went over. Well, when I got home, my room was trashed, and all my figures were all fucked up.
Dude, my
Venom didn't have arms.
Yeah, dude, I had so many collectibles, man. I had so many comic books that I've lost over the years. Like, oh my god, some of that shit would be worth money right now.
I had a Spawn, a reincarnated Spawn.
Mm.
So he kind of looked like Pumpkinhead a little bit. He had a cipher and shit like that.
That's badass.
And he had a little head. And the whole thing was that it was like a robot fucking person's head kind of thing.
I had
the person that rebuilt him, brought him back to life, and he killed him.
I had the one figure, one Spawn figure rather, because I had several Dragon Ball Z figures, but the one Spawn figure that I had, I actually bought it for $120 at the time, and it was a mutant Spawn. It was a big old figure, a big old box, still in the box. My brother still has his. I lost mine. Like I said, with all my collectibles. I'm like scared to see what it's worth now, because I never opened it. That was no, bro.
There's a bunch of things
like that was
that.
Like
oh my God. When I look at the price,
like all my collectibles,
how much they cost.
All my collectibles, like I wasn't a huge collector, but I would only pick up certain figures of certain genres and shit. Like Dragon Ball Z, I only collected Vegeta, and then I had one Family Guy dual figure set. It was fucking bedtime Lois and Peter when Peter's in the gimp suit and Lois is in the leather fucking get up. And then I love it because the props. It's a banana and a black whip, and I'm like, oh my god, I love this. That was actually a gift from my ex-girlfriend, and I lost that one. That sucks. And then I remember I found another one too. I found this figure. It was a Peter Griffin figure, and I can't remember which one it was. But the reason I picked it up was because it was an error, because it was in the wrong casing.
Dude, those are worth a lot.
I know. I found it.
Like Star Wars. My homie worked at fucking Toys R Us. Well, he's like my best friend.
That's where it happened. It was at Toys R Us.
Shout out to fucking Homer. Homer he would tell me about the toys, dude, and he's like, he used to work at Babies R Us, and he said, man, on this day at this time, we have like fucking, like maybe 10, 15 fucking grown ass men waiting for us to put toys out. Like, we have to tell them, like, wait over here till we put it on the fucking rack. Like, don't go digging in the fucking box. Like, let me put it out.
Yeah,
because he put me on shit. He said in every box that comes in of the toys, that there's one like collectible.
Yeah.
So like there's one like golden whatever out of every box. So
there's
like 20, and there out of 20 there's only one. And so he was like that they hunt. And what was it? It was, he told me Star Wars figures, Hot Wheels cars, and fuck, I can't remember what the other one was, but there was 3 that they're always fucking going for. And fuck me, I forgot. I got distracted real quick. He was the one that was telling me how much stuff was cost. But there we go. He was the one that was telling me how much this cost, how much that cost, because he would look shit up.
Yeah.
Like and just curious, seeing whatever, and he's like, bro, this and whatever. But the one Star Wars toy that I would fuck, man, it's a Darth Vader, but he has a green lightsaber.
That's badass.
Yeah.
That's a fucking rare find, dude. It's like, dude.
Yeah, it was like it was a fuck up, and it's a Darth Vader with the
because it's a fuck up.
lightsaber.
Yeah, because I guess that's what happened. Like I found it at Toys R Us of all places. Like you said, it's weird. It was at Toys R Us, and I was with a girl that I was dating, and we were just walking down the toy aisle, and I saw it. I was like, holy shit! She's like, what? Look. He's like, what about it? Okay, now look at the name. Oh shit! That's not the right character. It's in the wrong box. He's like, no shit, dude. I gotta buy this. I can't leave behind.
Yeah, dude. That's a big one. Is characters in the wrong fucking with the wrong shit.
I wish I remember.
A big one is a character that's the wrong color.
I wish I could remember which one it was, because it was such an obvious like thing. Like you looked at it and you saw the name, like, dude, how the fuck did they miss that? Like it's clearly not the right fucking box. And like, what the hell? Almost like they did it on purpose, you know?
Yeah.
But
or like there's another one that's real whatever is the fucking upside down characters.
How's that? Wait a minute.
Like they're into packaging, but they're upside down.
Oh shit! Okay, I've never seen that.
Yeah, that's another big one.
That's crazy.
And it was a lot of I'm talking about like Star Wars. I think there was a Luke Skywalker where he's upside down.
No shit.
And like that one's worth a lot of money. Like, yeah, there was a big. Well, it's when like was it the Mandalorian? No, fuck no. He was working at over there. When did it just come out? I'm trying to remember. Fuck, what year was it?
I haven't got that shit.
2004. I want to say it was about like 2005, 2006.
Yeah.
Is that so? That's when the second.
Oh, that's when episode 1. Yeah, episode 1. Yeah, episode 1, 2, and 3 came out.
Yeah. So like Star Wars figures started popping up, like being popular again and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, a collector's thing where I wanted to start collecting shit, but
is it like
I lose shit.
It's crazy to think about that though. Like 40 years later, like Star Wars is like still like a thing. You know what I mean? Like
it's still like pumping. Like
it's crazy because they never really had a break. Like even during the times when like there was no movies at all before George Lucas put out.
Remember before episode 1 and 2, they remastered all the other ones.
That's right.
They give you a reason to buy another fucking
set.
Another set of fucking what was it? It was Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, and Empire Strikes Back.
No, Empire was second.
Okay, well, it wasn't order. I was just trying to remember.
Well, I'll sorry about that. sorry.
Yeah. Hey, don't correct me. But yeah, fucking yeah. So like, they never really had a break. You're right.
And it's
there
crazy.
Was always something about Star Wars.
And then plus, like, you got like the fan base. Like, there's a whole bunch of fucking fan fiction put together.
Man, fucking. I went to a library that had their own section of Star Wars shit.
Dude, my friend Laura.
I didn't even know, bro. The fucking the bounty hunters have their own fucking
Yeah, yeah.
their own
Whole
series
series,
or whatever.
dude.
The
Fucking,
bounty hunter
fucking
series, which
the
includes Boba Fett and all of them.
the fucking the Wookiees too. The Wookiees have their own
Yeah,
series
the
also.
Wookiees have their own
The
like it's their
Ewoks.
own stories.
Matter of fact, those they did. Matter of fact, that was another one. They did a spin-off movie. It was called the Ewok Adventure. I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
My dad had a copy of that on VHS. I completely forgot about that.
Shit, dude, like and I didn't well, like I said, I went to the library, but I didn't know that it was that extensive till I would read a lot when I worked for the school district because I would work split shifts. So and then at that, like I'm picking up kids, so I'm just sitting on the bus sometimes, just waiting. So I would read a lot, and one of the guys that was there, he was a first responder. He worked for the fire department, and a lot of people they worked there because of the schedule. But what is it? He was reading a book, and it was just it was a hardback, but it was just black. And I was like, "What are you reading?" It didn't say shit because I had a Da Vinci Code that was like that, and I would read it like that. So people are like, "What are you reading?" Because it's just all black. And what is it? He was like, "Oh, I'm reading something about bounty hunters or whatever." I was like, "What?" He was like, "Star Wars," and I was like, "What the fuck?" He goes, "Yeah, this is like a novel, like just on Star Wars," and it wasn't a graphic, it wasn't a comic book, it was an actual fucking, whatever. And I was like, "What the fuck?" And he started like kind of telling me about stuff, and I was like, "Oh shit, I didn't know it was that extensive." And then, I went to the library. And I was like, "Oh shit!" Like there was this one, the bounty hunters. There was the fucking the Jedi's. There was the fucking the Sith.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking they had all their fucking. Everybody has their own series and shit.
And no,
fucking books.
Unfortunately, I can't say that I've read any of them. I haven't, but
no, I haven't read shit.
I can but
I know of them.
Well, what I can say though is that I know that they're good. It's a very very long time friend of mine, Laura Torres. Honorable mention to her. She huge Star Wars fan. She was the one that actually got me into like going to flea markets and like pawn shops, looking for for valuable shit that people throw away or not realize that it's valuable. And she was a huge Star Wars collector. And what's it called? That was one thing that she would do. She would go and find all these figures, like old figures that she had back in the day. But she told me that she would read a lot of the fan fiction. And she was the one that told me about that, about how, like I said, like there's like different storylines. And she told me about the one about the Wookiees.
Sorry.
And there's this one, the one about the Wookiees. It goes like way into the future with like Han and Leia's kids, and then like fast forward. Yeah, and then like fast forward, to where Ixi shows like the death of Chewie. And it's like I get goosebumps just thinking about it because the way she described it so like in detail. She's like, yeah, there's a scene, and like his whole race, they all evacuate the planet, and fucking Chewie, he's already old and gray. He's like the fucking, he's like the fucking the chief, the chieftain of the whole crew. He stays behind on the planet. It's like a fucking it's like a giant asteroid is like coming to like a giant asteroid is like coming to destroy the planet. And then this is all from her head. She read this in a book. And she's describing this to me so vividly, and I'm just like, I can see it in my head, even right now when I'm describing it. He's like, yeah, then Chewie's there. He sees the fucking asteroid coming toward the planet, and he's just there, fucking like pounding his chest, like challenging it to come. And I'm like, dude, I want to read this fucking book. What the hell, man? That sounds intense, man. And she goes, this is fan fiction. She's like, yeah. I was like, dude, there's a lot of these fucking fan fiction books. Like they get really fucking deep, man. They're really good, And again, totally like franchise related. It's all just these fucking just fans making their own fucking stories, and they're good.
Yeah,
but
yeah, no, they are good. Because I glance at comic books, but like, yeah,
like nowadays, I mean,
it's something that's just like printed. I don't try to read too much because it's like, son of a bitch, I'm just gonna get mad. God, that's the same reason why I don't watch TV series that are still running.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's funny. Right now. I'm almost caught up to all my Chicago shows. Once I get caught up, because they're still going. Once I get caught up, a la fucking Grey's Anatomy, I'm gonna cut it. All right, I'm done with this shit. I'm not watching these anymore.
Grey's Anatomy is
it's still going.
So long.
25 years.
Like fucking like goddamn fucking what is that fuck me not ER General Hospital ass shit.
Yeah.
General Hospital fucking, I don't even know. Is that still going on?
I don't know. Is it, Alexa?
Shit.
Is General Hospital still airing? Alexa, Volume 6. Alexa, is the show General Hospital still airing?
Yes, General Hospital is still airing. It's on ABC weekdays at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Oh shit. Alexa, when did General Hospital start?
General Hospital started airing on April 1st, 1963.
What the fuck?
God damn. Like, no, because I remember that because
I didn't know
I
that.
would watch it when I was a kid and shit like that. And, like, you know, you actually saw people that were on the show from when they were, like, literally children. And then they were fucking adults.
Dude.
And it's like, what the fuck?
63? That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's some characters that I believe that were in that they were children. And then they're fucking...
You good?
Yeah.
Get a little noise back
Yeah.
there.
No.
Get a little noise back there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We're playing Kick the Fucking... Okay, we're alcoholics and we're playing a game called Kick the Buzzball.
Okay, well,
Yeah, my bad. I'm up. Yeah.
All right, fucker. Well, quit your shit.
Okay.
Come on, fucker. Get back to this.
Okay,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna stop.
Get back to work, fucker.
Yeah, I know.
We're
It's playing too much.
We're working right now, fucker.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. There's you know, the
Hey,
indigenous people wanting to participate in their games. So.
Yeah, play to the fucker on later, fucker. We'll go. I have one more question for Alexa. Hold on a second. Alexa,
okay.
What is the longest current show running right now?
The Simpsons is the longest-running scripted American primetime TV show, currently in its 37th season.
Okay, but Zero Hospital beats that one. Okay, Alexa, what is the longest-lasting soap opera that is still currently going?
General Hospital is the longest-running
General
American soap opera still
Wow.
airing.
General Hospital.
It
Yep.
started on April 1st, 1963,
Alexa.
and it...
Stop. Thank you.
Oh, here's one. What is the Otis novella?
No, that don't. Oh, that's a good idea. Hold on, Alexa, what is the longest-lasting Mexican novella that is still airing today?
Based on current information, My Corazon es Tuyo, which started on October 13th, 2025, appears to be the longest-running Mexican telenovela still airing today.
Novella.
When did it start?
Mi Corazon es Tuyo started its current run on October 13th, 2025.
No, that's not. Never mind, Alexa. Okay, never mind.
But there is one that's like that. It's called something.
Hold on. Alexa,
something.
stop.
Corazon.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna Google it. Hold on.
Because I know when I used to watch novellas, that it was one that they told me that it was on, but like I don't know if it stopped or if it started. If it stopped and it started, or they like did a reboot or some shit like that. But yeah.
Well, I'm looking. I'm googling it right now to see if I get a better answer. No, not that long. The longest one right now
I think it
is.
was like Roses of the Heart or some shit.
Yeah, you're
like
right.
that.
What you call it is La Rosa de Guadalupe.
Yeah.
That started in 2008.
Yeah.
So that's the longest lasting one. That's not bad though. That's almost 20 years.
Yeah, and that's about the time that I was watching novellas.
There you go. That's almost 20 years.
No, was it 2020? No, I started watching them in 2011. When I started dating the wife.
Ah, well, there you go. It was going on at that time.
Cheating. Oh, my bad.
What's it called? Let's go and change gears real quick. I'm curious because this is a good segue. Let's talk about Hollywood for a minute because I have some theories that have been rattling around my brain. And fucker, get away from the fucking crowd.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Trying to antagonize me, and I'm not going to.
Look, I can hear them like they're right next to you.
Yeah, what up?
Jesus Christ. You see what I did with folks. You let me know when you're ready. I swear.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. what he doesn't speak any English.
Okay,
So
so
it's hard to
just move away, sir. Just move away, sir.
No, I on the telephone.
Just move away, sir.
Later. No balloon.
Just move away, sir.
No. Huh?
Just move away.
No. Okay. He walked away.
Thank God.
It's all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, so back to what I was saying. Let's talk about Hollywood for a minute because now we're talking about some real shit. How much time we into this? I don't even know. Okay, we're almost an hour. We can go and transition to something else, but not fully though. I want to talk about Hollywood because like I've been like going down some rabbit holes, and it's making me think about a lot of fucked up shit. And one thing that I've been noticing is in all of these like movies and TV shows that depicts like like a like Armageddon like scenario, the elites always have a backup plan that does not include us. You ever notice that? Now, what bothers me is that nobody ever takes that seriously. like they put it right in our faces, letting us know, hey, by the way, in case of a catastrophe, you all are fucked. You know that, right? I mean, like we're not going to save you. There's nothing you can do at all unless you've already like put yourself a bunker. And even then, and we don't know. I mean, we don't know how bad the damage is going to be. I mean,
you don't know how the ground because like if it's a fucking asteroid, fucking whatever, you don't know how deep into the fucking the ground it's gonna fucking whatever. Like you don't really, like you said, you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Or it could be catastrophic where it's fucking Earth is demolished and it becomes another moon to another planet.
Like it's true. Like think about it. I mean, like the reason I bring it up is because I was really hung up on Jim Carrey for a minute. Cause I'm sure anybody watching or listening later on, you've heard the stories about Jim Carrey had a double in place of him during special events, and it blew my mind that so many people genuinely believed that was Jim Carrey. Now. Yeah. You don't have to be, a fan of his work to know and just look at him. I mean, you've seen him enough times, like that's not him, dude. I've seen plenty of doubles in my time that nail it, that look really, really. I mean, like they look exactly like the person they're trying to look like. And that person, they did a good job, but it clearly was not Jim Carrey. Now, this is funny because the first time we brought this up on the show, literally the very next day, I saw an article that said, yep, you're right. It's not the real Jim Carrey. And I'm like, okay. So now you're going to explain why? Nope. No explanation, though. They just said, yes, we've confirmed. No, okay, you're right. No, that's not the real Jim Carrey. We were lying to you. But they didn't say why. More so than that, where's the real Jim Carrey?
Right?
Where the fuck is he at?
So fucking important.
Like he just disappeared? Like what the fuck? And nobody's asking that question. Nobody's asking that question. Now here's why I bring it up. For a long time, and I mean like, hold on, Alexa, what was the year? Sorry, what year was the show, The Truman Show, released? I think I said the wrong. Let's see who gets it.
The Truman Show was released in 1998.
98, okay, 98. Okay, that's 27 years? 28? No, 26 years.
It's been a while.
So, that's 26. 28 years. 28 years. When I got to my 20s, which was a few years later, that's what I would have this little thing. I'll tell people all the fucking time that my life felt like the Truman Show, because on a regular basis, like things would just kind of fall into place, and it was kind of weird. It was like in psychology they teach there are no coincidences. Things happen for a reason, based on patterns, based on things that happen. Cause and effect. You know what I'm saying? So I started noticing way too many patterns that felt like coincidences, and I was like, this doesn't feel right. And so I turned it into a joke because I feel this. And whenever I would meet somebody, I would say, "Are you part of the show?" And they're like, "What do you mean? Are you part of the show?" And I said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Have you ever seen the Truman Show?" And they said, "No, why?" And if I would educate them. I said, "The movie Truman Show," and they had seen it, same thing. As well, I always feel like sometimes people come into my life, and it doesn't feel like they were there by chance. It feels like they were placed there. You know what I'm saying? Like there was something going on in my life at the time.
I just see that like with everybody in their life. Like, I don't follow like religions or stuff like that, but like I do believe in you're supposed to meet certain people at certain times.
Now, check it out. I do believe in the law of attraction in the sense that like you can actually manifest your surroundings, things that will happen into your life.
The red card thingy.
Uh,
Like, you know, you whatever about a red card. There's something called the red card. Oh, I can't remember exactly what it's called.
Well,
But it's called
the
red, or some shit like that, or the red card, whatever. And pretty much like when you talk about a red car or you whatever red card, all of a sudden you start seeing red cars.
yeah,
You know, and it's like kind of law of attraction, but then again, it's kind of like you don't notice something till
so you bring it up.
it's there in front of your face.
Yeah, now check it out. Now, one good example of the law of attraction, if anybody's old enough to remember the movie Wayne's World, there was a in the beginning. You good? You good? Fucking Joey.
I muted.
I know. I'm gonna make sure you're listening. You listening? See, that's why. That's why I'm not talking. I need your feedback, fucker.
I muted it so you don't hear background noise.
Okay, but you're listening, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, in the movie Wayne's World, there's in the beginning of the movie, there's that part where he sees they drive by the guitar store, and he sees the fucking the Fender Stratocaster Excalibur, and he's like, "It will be mine." Oh yes, it will be mine. And the guys are like, giving him shit, like, "Stop torturing yourself, man. You'll never afford it. Live in the now," which gives you the hints. He does this every single night. They pass by the fucking guitar shop, and he looks at the guitar, and he says it. It will be mine. Oh yes, it will be mine. Later on, like that same night, they go to the fucking the venue. They see Cassandra, who's ends up being his love interest in the movie, and on the set performing. And again, he sees her. He says, "She will be mine. Oh yes, she will be mine." And again, he's putting it out, and he says it out loud, puts it out into the universe. And as the movie pans out, he ends up hooking up with Cassandra, gets the fucking Fender. Everything falls into place because he put it out into the universe. Now, I can't remember how old I was when I saw the movie, but that's what introduced that thought in my head. So I would do that all the fucking time. I would look out and I would see shit and I would say it. It will be mine. Oh, yes, it will be mine. And I can't give a whole lot of examples from when I was a kid, but as an adult, oh my God, so many times I'm still saying it, still doing it. Then I read across the book, The Secret, that explains the law of attraction and how that's literally what that is you putting your thoughts into the universe, saying what you want to get back. And if you put it out there enough and you believe it, guess what? Things start falling into place and start falling your way. Okay. Now, here's where it gets crazy though. Years later, after watching the Truman Show, there's a few times when people will come into my life that were specifics, exactly what I wanted to meet. I'll give you an example. I was in my early 20s, and I said, man, I want to meet a hot chick, blonde, with big boobs. I literally said that. I swear to God, I'm not making that up. And then that same week, a hot chick, blonde with big boobs, walked into my store. I was working at Sahadi at the time. I was a cash register. It was an imported food store / deli. Walks into my store, and I'm like, what the fuck? And we initially hit it off. I ended up fucking up later. But the point is, though, that happened days after I said that. That threw me off, and I was like, there's no fucking way. So then later on, I'm living with Ray, and I tried again. I said, I just want to meet a hot chick, young, cute, big boobs. And I met another one. This one lasted a little bit longer. Yeah. We actually dated for a little while. It was cool. It didn't work out. What the fuck, right? But again, like specifics, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck, Now I blew it off, and I would still do it. I would still say like what I wanted, like get law of attraction to put it out there, right? But then I started thinking about it, like years later, I get going on all these rabbit holes, and one in particular is talking about how our history doesn't make any sense when you apply logic and science and things that we know to be true do not make sense when you think about it. And I'm talking about like everything that we were taught in school, like from fucking kindergarten to fucking college, everything. I think that there are certain things that we've been able to prove that we know to be facts, no matter what. You can't fucking argue it. But when you apply those exact same facts, like physics, for example, to the rest of the world, And then compared to what we've been told as kids and as adults too, they don't connect. The dots don't connect. They don't make sense. Now, again, the reason I bring up Hollywood, Jim Carrey, and the Truman Show is because I believe there's a lot of celebrities over the course of time that have been trying to give us signals and warnings and let us know, hey, by the way, this isn't real. What they've been telling you, it's all bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I think that when you get to that point of power, and I'm talking about like the elites, your movie stars, your musicians, especially your politicians, they're all fucking, they're all
in tax bracket, pretty much.
yeah. Repeat that one. Repeat that one. You're breaking up though. Can you repeat that? You're breaking up.
Oh my bad. It's like once you hit a certain tax bracket.
Yeah, thank you. There you go. Yeah, there you go. And so my theory is that most of these, well, actually, well, yeah, I mean, the majority of these celebrities that are older than us, and I'm talking about like Jim Carrey's demographic, people that are in their 50s and up. A lot of these celebrities, they were not born into the industry, like because a lot of those celebrities, their kids are actors now. Like Tom Hanks, for example. By the way, I do not support Tom Hanks. He's also a piece of shit. Talk about that in a minute.
There's a name for them. They talk a lot of shit about those people because they say they didn't have to work as hard.
Mm-hmm.
They had opportunities.
Exactly. I mean, if anybody doesn't know what Jim Carrey's backstory, I'm not gonna explain the whole thing, but he came from a very poor background, and he worked his ass off to get where he's at. Now, being somebody that comes from that type of a background, they have morals.
And Nepo baby.
Yeah, like think about it, they have morals. They have scruples. So yes, so that when they find themselves in a position when they're doing things.
Dewey's a big one.
Who?
The Boys.
Who?
The Boys. Dewey from The Boys.
Oh, Dewey. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, his dad's fucking shit.
Well, both of his parents are actors. No.
Quaid. Randy Quaid. Randy Quaid's he's Randy Quaid's son. There you go.
Yeah, Randy Quaid. Yeah, he's a good actor.
He's a great actor. He's a great actor too. Yeah. And again, his son now. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I'll look it up right now. But yeah, he
Randy Quaid. No, it's the guy for Twister. No.
Let me see. Jack Quaid. There you go.
What is it?
Oh, Jack. Oh, no, Dennis Quaid. No, Dennis Quaid wasn't in Twister.
Randy got fucking blacklisted.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, apparently he was coming out with shit, and yeah, they fucking blacklisted him, and yeah, he fucking that's why you haven't seen him in movies and shit.
No, okay, check it out. Oh man, this is getting good. Now, okay. No. Based on that, let's talk about that for a second. We're gonna. This is all connected. We're not fucking dropping off, because right there, Randy Quaid drops off. Do you remember when or what he said? When it happened or what he said?
I saw it on a documentary and shit because I watch a lot of documentaries on YouTube. I just don't remember exactly which one. I think it was like exposing just the government, or I don't think it was aliens. It had to do with the elites, and I think what they were doing with the whole Epstein kind of shit.
Yeah. Okay. See. Okay. You see, this is getting good. Now, again, back to what we were saying. Now, folks, cockbook and beer, a little bowl, because guess what? We're gonna get started talking about some real shit here. Like I said, okay, Randy Quaid drops off. All of a sudden, his son Jack Quaid, he's fucking popping all these fucking movies and TV shows. The Boys is fucking blowing up. We're seeing him a lot more now. He fucking passed the torch down. That way they can stay, in their spot. Because here's the thing: is it like Jim Carrey on a regular basis? He actually went publicly on talk shows and on fucking award shows, talking all kinds of mad shit. And because of the fact he's a comedian, audience members at home blew it off like it's a joke. No big deal. Yeah. But the audience members in the auditorium are all shaking their heads, going, "Dude, shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! No, don't say anything. Don't say anything." And we're not saying it for our sake. We're saying it for your sake. Don't you know what they've already done to other people that have done what you're doing right now? Examples: Prince, Michael Jackson, Kobe Bryant, freaking Chester Bennington, Chris Cornell. all people that were going public and talking about things that are going on in Hollywood. The musicians I found though is that they're the easiest. Sorry, they're the best at it because they do it with their music. They write it into their lyrics. They reveal like secrets about the elites, about Hollywood that they don't want us to know, and they do it in their lyrics because they think because the elites blow it off thinking the public is too stupid to pay attention to the words. Nobody listens to the lyrics nowadays. I started going back and listening to old songs and really like breaking down the lyrics. And one of them was really like stood out to me is Californication by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
Like there's so many lines in that so many lyrics in that song, and when you listen to it, you're like, I think they're trying to tell us something.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite lyrics in that song is when he says, "It says space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement."
Basement.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Now, Joey, what do you think that means when he said that?
Yeah, I mean, because the fake landing was the fake landing. The moon landing was fake, and there's actually a movie with that about that. It's actually got Shannon Tatum and Scarlett Johansson. It's called Take Me to the Moon, and it's a good movie. It's a good movie, but at the end, I don't care right now. They showed that they actually did it. So pretty much the fake moon landing was a backup.
Yeah.
They were like, we cannot fuck this up. We cannot fuck this up. So whether we do it or we don't, we're gonna have to like make it look like we do it.
Yeah.
So it was set up, but the way the movie goes is they hid cameras and they did this and that. So they actually showed the actual moon landing instead of and because it actually worked out, supposedly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good movie. I
was-
like it. It's drama. It's fucking.
I gotta check it out. Cause okay, like here's the thing that's been bugging me the most. I've been going on these rabbit holes talking about that shit, right? Excuse me, and
Yeah.
like the biggest argument that I have right now, the one that I keep saying it too. I keep saying it out loud, and it's funny. Nobody ever responds. Like I get crickets every time because it's an argument you can't argue. Okay, really quickly, just think about this for a second, folks. And I already told you, Joe, you already know, but how the fuck did astronauts in space make a phone call to President Nixon on a rotary phone? A rotary phone. My signal on my cell phone, a very expensive one, by the way, I drop signal all the fucking time. But somehow, fucking radio waves travel through the vacuum of space.
That was impossible.
It's not.
Like,
It's
but, I mean, I can think of some explanations. Like, maybe he was connected. They had a phone at fucking Houston, and the phone was by the radio. So when they called, they had the phone next to the radio while they were having the conversation. Huh?
That was a joke, right? it's like trying to explain religion to a 5-year-old.
Oh, I'm sorry. Like I hit a button.
No, it's because like that sounds like something that like a Christian would say when you try to ask him how to explain,
Evolution.
Huh?
Creation versus evolution.
Yeah, because and here's the thing, I get it. The unfortunate thing about America today is that we're all fucking stupid. And when I say that, I mean, now check this out. The reason I say that, I'm not trying to be rude. Is it rather is it like check it out? Like I read across this thing. Let's see if I can find it. Let me see. Hold on. I read it.
Like, the thing is we're not informed, and we've also learned to just accept it.
Like I read across this
on why everybody's just so fucking dumb.
I read across this video. I think I found it. Hold on, let me see. Hold on. Let me see.
The natives are saying,
Damn it. No. Okay, I was trying to find this one post. It said on there, it gave like examples. It was like three specific examples on how to know, if a person is stupid. And it was very direct. And one of them was the two that I remember off the top of my head was they repeat themselves a lot. And another one was they always have to be right. And right away I thought of Ray. I was like, dude, that's Ray right there. Exactly. Like, he's always has to be right, and he repeats himself constantly. Now,
He has a brain injury.
yeah, no. The repetition. I do blame the brain injury, but the like always having to be right. I don't know, but I was still up in the air with that one.
It's more of the narcissist.
Yeah, and no. The reason I bring that up though is that's just Ray as an example. But like the point is though is that because right now in America, all of these secrets are coming out that everybody is arguing that they're true because nobody wants to be wrong. Everybody wants to be right about everything. And one of those things is that the main one, our government doesn't lie to us. Because here's the thing, despite how many people should not trust our government, they still do. And they say that they don't, but they still do. You know why I know this? Because people still vote. If you're somebody that says you do not trust your government, but you still vote, then you, sir, are a liar. Because you still believe that they're trying to help us.
Every vote counts.
And again, that's bullshit. No vote counts. The only votes that count are the ones in office.
You know what? To me, a vote counts as much as a fucking prayer.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
You know what? Your vote counts as much as fucking praying to God.
That's right.
You know?
As a matter of fact, just like God, let's look at that's a good comparison, because think about it. Because in the Bible, there is the divine plan, okay? Which is very contradictory to what the Bible also says, that God gave us free will. Doesn't make any sense, because a la George Carlin.
The whole free will thing does not make sense to me. That's why, like, whatever with the religion, goddammit, why I'm kind of on the fence, and why I would why I'm on the fence, and I feel the way I feel about religion.
Yeah,
is because stuff like that. It's the whole divine fucking thing. And it's like, all right, so we got freedom of choice, but whether we choose left or right, God already knows where we're going to go. So necessarily, do we have freedom of choice?
Exactly.
Or is it all
like you? The Bible. The one thing that never comes up in religion is about how much it constantly contradicts itself. Constantly. To a point where, like, if you were to find, a fucking a kid, tender age boy or girl, under the age of 10, they have no knowledge of religion at all. They've never been to church. They didn't come from a religious family. They have no concept of it at all. 10 years old, right? 10 years. That's a decent age to have gone to school, learned a few things, been seen the world at least a little bit.
You have a little bit of an understanding of how things work.
Yes, thank you. Now you explain to his child Adam and Eve, and then all the way up to the point right before fucking God tells fucking Abraham to kill his son. We'll stop right there. Not to make it too fucked up for the kid. Right? We'll stop right before that part. Now then, ask the child, do you have any questions? And he'll say, no, but I do have one thing to say. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, you're telling me that Adam and Eve lived to be like hundreds of years old? Why why did grandma die at 50?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand. Oh, well, it's because back.
I mean, Moses was supposed to be like 500 years old.
Yeah, I think it was like 500 years old. I think Adam was like 800. I think Adam was like almost 1,000.
Fucking the other motherfucker, was it Moses?
They were all to be like in their hundreds of years.
I know there's one that wandered the desert for a while. I'm fucked whatever. Was remembering names because the importance is not really relevant to me.
Now here's another thing too that
Joseph, I think Joseph, the father of all the Jews or some shit like that they wandered the desert for 40 years.
Yeah. No, let's
like I saw a MapQuest on fucking Facebook, and it was like, that's just bad navigation.
Well, no, check it out. Like let's.
It's a fucking 3-hour walk. Or no, it's not. I'm just. Yeah.
No, check it out. Okay, this is from the subject. Check it out. No, let's just for shits and giggles. Because I've never read the Bible in its entirety. The only person that I know that can vouch that says he has, and I know he has, is Kenny, which is funny because he's Chinese. But he knows Christianity through and through. Like if you got a question about it, trust me, he'll tell you some shit.
Asians know more about Christianity than we do.
Oh yeah,
Because for some reason, well, of course, they're better than us than everything.
it's true. They are.
So, like, the way shit, like Filipinos, they're more fucking into all that shit than we are. Like,
Yeah.
the Santeria, the fucking whatever. I think also the Filipinos and starts to be Vietnamese.
Oh yeah, Vietnamese. Yeah, yeah, you're right.
Just the influence that we had on their culture and shit when we went.
Yep.
That it was just like fuck. You know what I mean?
Well, check it out. Like since we're on the subject, I just want to just bring up another couple of points that don't make any sense. Is it like, okay, in the story in the story of the Bible in Genesis, after Adam and Eve were cast out of the Garden of Eden, they had their kids, and then their kids had kids, and their kids had kids and kids and kids, blah 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 blah, right? But here's the thing though, isn't in that little portion, in that small little portion, they just give you a whole bunch of lists of kids that just came into the earth, right? A lot of incest. Okay, actually, it was all incest. A bunch of cousins fucking. Now, here's the crazy thing about that, though. Is it like it started? I mean, is it? We're not gonna talk about that. This is a point I like to bring up to Christians just to make them just ruffle their feathers, because because
there's a lot of incest.
because here's the thing that really bugs me though. Is it like in today's society, okay? If you were born in a rural area, fuck it, let's go to an extreme. If you're born in the fucking Amazon jungle, okay, no technology, no cell phone, no smart, none of that shit, right? You're born as a child. They teach you how to hunt, take care of yourself, grow plants, survive in the wilderness, right? How the fuck did all of these people hunt and garden? Where do they get the knowledge, the resources? How do all these people survive so long too? I mean, what were they eating? I mean, you hear about civilization starving out all the fucking time.
There's some diets because I whatever shit. I've always been fat till now. So I've always looked into diets, and there was one that I came across actually a couple of months ago. Like, when the weight was like, oh my god, stop losing weight. Was something like that because I the carnivore diet. That's my fucking favorite one. Like,
oh yeah, me too.
Like I no side, just eat the fucking meat. And well, I fucking what is it? One of the diets I came across was the diet of the people back then, and because pretty much you had to you don't catch a fish every day. You can fish fucking whatever. You've been fishing, you've been out there for a weekend and you don't catch a goddamn thing. You know what I mean? So think about like that diet. You only eat like maybe 2-3 times a day. You gotta work your ass off, like it's a very lean, like whatever kind of diet. Oh, goddamn that word. And that was one about like how people back then, they weren't, how do you say, obese, but it was just their day to day. Like you didn't eat every day.
Well,
have
you ever seen Naked and Afraid?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that was literally every single day of their lives.
No.
But somehow they lived to be hundreds of years old. These motherfuckers barely last a month. Motherfucker,
it takes me like 2 months to adapt to fucking working like in the oil field. And
that's what I'm saying. Like you're telling me that these people lived.
I get fucking what is that? Sunstroke. I get
fucking
all that.
Like these people with no foreground or knowledge of how to do literally anything. God cast him out. You think he was gonna do him any favors? No, he didn't teach him or give him shit. Hey, I gave you life. Figure it out, fuckers.
He was like, hey, here's this. And this is your little how do you say, aquarium, your little sanctuary, and figure out how you're gonna stay alive.
Figure it out, stupid. Yeah. And so like he didn't do shit for them, but somehow they managed to do this for hundreds of years. If you read the Bible, God didn't teach nobody how to do anything. Huh? Exactly. So how did this happen, folks? How explain this to me, Dr. Science? How did this fucking happen? Does not make sense. No.
It's the whole intervention and kind of thing. It's like the reason these people have this fucking information is because God told them this information, and they fucking, they went and they tried it, and it worked because God told them. Have you ever thought that they tried it maybe 150 times and they like kind of prayed, hoping that this one time was gonna work, and it did?
And figured it out.
And like, oh,
God must have given us the
you got that thought from yourself.
trial and error, motherfucker. Trial and error. You could
This fucking thing.
you get on tweaking it until it fucking works.
I said it. Fucking God is a man created fucking thing.
Yeah, God is man created, and then now.
I believe in an entity. I believe in something, but I do not believe in a God.
Now here's the crazy thing. The this is where it gets fucked up, because I'm starting to lean toward the concept that maybe not just me, but we're all in the fucking Truman Show. This whole fucking thing is a fucking giant dome. And there's some asshole up on top pushing buttons, making shit happen, moving things around. Because again, in the words of George Carlin, the longer you live, the longer you look around. Sorry, go ahead, Rocky. You're fucking up my rant there. No, all I was saying is that in the words of George Carlin, the longer you live, the more you look around, the more you realize something is fucked up. Something is wrong here. This does not look like the work of a divine being. This looks like the work of an office stamp with a bad attitude. And that is George Carlin verbatim, by the way. I'm not taking credit for that one. But that's exactly what this is. When you look around, it's like, this doesn't make any sense. This is supposed to be a divine God that never makes mistakes? Or is it just that just maybe, again, a lot of George Carlin, God just doesn't give a shit? Which would make a lot more sense. That would make a lot more sense if you think about it. But I've already thrown out that theory. Now I am focused on this one theory that maybe we actually are the Truman Show, not the Matrix, the Truman Show. That everything is happening right now is all under control of either one person or at least a handful of people, but not a lot. And it sounds crazy. I know it does, but that's the point. Because that's what they're trying to do. Is they're trying to make you think that anything along those lines is fucking nuts. However, there are still billions of people, not billions, millions of people genuinely believe that a man walked on water, turned water into wine, cured the cripples and the blind, and rose from the dead 3 days later after he was crucified. Y'all believe that. But the thought of the government or some group of people controlling everything, that sounds fucking nuts. I mean, why? Because it's actually possible? Because you think about it, that is a way higher possibility than the fucking Bible or any religion for that matter. That makes more sense to me. Because I started breaking, like I said, I started going down these rabbit holes. And the one that we brought up before was about the sun, and how the sun supposedly is the source of our heat and our light during the day. But here's the thing. The sun is 90 million miles away, and somehow
UV rays can go through the fucking
the vacuum of space where literally nothing passes through, no light, no sound, nothing. But somehow the sun has the ability to break the laws of physics and allow light and heat to travel 90 million miles from its source to us, strong enough to give you skin cancer. I mean, we know how fire works. Oxygen. You smother the fire goes out. No air, no fire. But somehow the sun sits 90 million miles away with no heat source, no oxygen. It's just there. And they try to explain it and say, oh, well, it's nuclear fission, even though we've been trying that shit for over 60 years and never gotten it right. But somehow, miraculously, the sun just does it. Yeah. And they're like, oh, because this is how the universe works. The universe, the laws of physics do not apply to anything once you leave the planet. That's basically what you're saying, right? But think about that. If that's what you're saying, then how the fuck did we know it was safe to go out in space? which tells me we've never been to fucking space. Say again?
We sent monkeys, we sent cats, we sent animals.
See, we say that, right? We say that. But here's another one. Here's another one that'll bake your noodle. Okay, when you think about this, everything what I said about heat and light, right? Now here's another good one. Is it like when you go further higher in the altitude, it gets colder. Now, if you're getting closer to the sun, wouldn't it get hotter? If you get closer to a light bulb generates heat. If you're at a campfire, as you walk away from the campfire, what happens? You get colder. You're getting away from the heat. But you go up into the air. Fighter pilots travel up to these crazy altitudes. It's below 60 up there. They would freeze to death. They didn't have their fucking gear and inside their jets. Okay.
Yeah.
But they're the closest to the sun than anybody else has ever been, minus quote unquote astronauts. But somehow it's cold as fuck up there.
Yeah.
That's weird. Now let's take it a step further. What if we go to the lowest point? Okay, supposedly the Earth is a sphere with layers, right? We got the crust, we got the mantle, we got the core, right?
Yep.
Now supposedly, I can't remember how. Let me see. I can't remember how did they say that the crust is. Let me look it up real quick. Hold on.
We're not fucking geologists. We're not fucking geologists.
Geologists. Oh,
no, that's the wrong one too. We don't study the Earth. No, is it a geologist? No, geologist, whatever.
Holy shit!
It's a goddamn fuck me. I know it.
Okay, this is nuts. This is nuts. This is fucking nuts. I'm glad I looked this up.
I don't know. But
dude, no, this is funny, dude. You're gonna love this. I was okay. First, let me correct myself. The sun is 93 million miles away, not 95.
Oh shit!
Sorry. Just for any of you sticklers out there, for any of you sticklers out there that want to correct me later on, I had to look it up. But that's not important. That's not important because this will fuck with your head. Check this out. The Earth's crust, I'm reading off Google. The Earth's crust is the thin outermost layer, averaging about 15 to 20 kilometers, 9 to 12 miles thick.
Wow. I was doing the kilometers math in my head because we're American.
Yeah. But let that sink in. 9 to 12 miles.
And that's just the crust.
That's just the crust. I drove further than that on the first 3 deliveries that I had today. That's not very fucking far, meaning that's not very fucking deep.
Nope.
That's not deep at all.
That's why, like, when we were talking earlier about the people that with the bunkers and shit. Are you sure you went deep enough?
Uh-huh. Think about that. Like that's no. Here's where it gets crazy. Again, right now we're applying physics. We're applying physics to everything we've been told. Okay, fine. Maybe space is a fucking a paradox. Maybe for some reason the laws of physics here on Earth.
Yeah, like I said, when you mentioned it when we were talking about this, like maybe physics and the whole way everything works is different up there than it is down here.
Now
we can't test it up there.
Now check it out. I'm glad you said that. Now let's humor that theory, right? Okay, fine. Maybe because we don't know. Can't prove anything. This is all just theories. But as stated, based on what we do know, again, okay, fine. Fire can exist in space, but the sun somehow makes it happen. Let's just okay, fine. We'll humor that theory. But back to the laws of physics. Okay, let's bring it back down to Earth. Here on Earth, what we know to be facts, to be proven. They've been there, they've seen it, they've done things to show it. The closer you get to the bottom of the ocean, what happens, Joey?
And it gets colder.
It gets really fucking cold to unsurvival levels.
Temperature drops and it gets fucking retarded like space.
Mm-hmm. Just like space. Just like space. The weight of the water itself, the surroundings.
One of the things that I heard that water is space.
That's a theory.
The space is water.
That's a good theory. Because I've heard that one too.
Where the way I would have written, I've seen some shit is we're in a bubble, an air bubble.
Yeah, we are.
So say an air bubble in a fucking glass of water or a glass of soda. We exist in that little bubble.
See, I like that theory because I'm leaning up to that. I found another one that talks about that. But check it out. I'll get to that in just a minute. Now, back to what we were saying about the bottom of the ocean being like just cold as fuck. Okay.
I trip.
And now you go down there, it's cold as fuck, pressure is fucking crazy. You can't, I mean, but oddly enough, though, there's still life down there. We're still discovering new life out there. It's crazy.
Shit adapts. Things adapt.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that almost nothing that lives on the surface or close to the surface could survive under that pressure. But yet there's like these little tiny creatures, fish, and those types of things that live down there completely fine. That's their environment.
Yeah.
Now, back to what we were saying about the Earth's crust. If the Earth's crust is only 12 miles deep, okay. Now, if you touch a door, a wooden door, there's a fire on the other side of that door. Joey, how is that door going to feel?
It's gonna be hot.
Exactly. Probably,
Actually, you're supposed to test it before the firemen and stuff.
Yeah.
Where you put the back of your hand against the door, and if it's warm, don't go in there.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Chicago Fire, and I learned that recently.
If you fucking feel anything, do not go in that fucking room.
Yeah, because all you know is you're gonna let the oxygen in, and that fire's gonna fucking blast right in your face.
That's what there was a movie, not Backlash.
Backdraft.
Backdraft, yeah.
Backdraft.
That's
I do. Yeah, I know. No, that movie.
you don't open the windows when there's a fire.
Yeah.
You might cause an explosion or some shit.
Yeah, that movie, I'm pretty sure was like the inspiration for like every fucking firefighter TV show, movie, like ever, because that really showed like the dangers of firefighting. Again, by the way, thank you to our first responders, you guys. You guys do not get the pay that you deserve for what you guys do, man. Because fuck, man, that's crazy.
It's like being alive.
Yes, it's true. That's what happens. I mean, every time you go to
Like, God damn it.
every time you go to a scene of a fire, unless it was arson, it was because of something stupid. Let's be honest. Like I'm proud to say,
It's common knowledge with a lot of shit too. Like they teach us a lot of this stuff in school.
Mhm.
You don't start a fire inside because carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide, whatever the fuck it is, it's gonna kill you.
yeah,
You don't light a fire inside because it might light your house on fire. Like these are fucking things that we should know.
we should know, but we do it all the fucking time. And the reason that these things happen is because guess what? It creates jobs. It creates jobs.
It's God.
But back to what we were saying though. Okay, so circle back. So again, like I said, the heat on the outside of the door. Sorry, it's hot enough to even burn you. Now think about that. That's a small fire in a house and a doorway. Same comparison to the crazy heat that's being brought down from the coming up from the mantle of the earth. Hold on a second. Hold on. I have to verify. My Google is asking me if I'm me. Yes, it's me. Fuck off. Okay. Sorry. Threw me off there. Anyway, so you're that close to the next layer of the earth, which is the mantle, right? And that's supposed to be crazy. It's just like just nothing but lava, right? Now, if that is as extremely as hot as supposedly it is, why is it not boiling water at the bottom of the ocean? It's extreme cold.
Right. But there's some spots that the water is boiling.
There are some spots. That's true. There are some
Have
spots.
you heard the Rio Fire?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh my God, I forgot about that. Thank you. I forgot about that.
A big area of a bunch of volcanoes.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that's a good point.
It's like, what about that? Like, it's crazy. It's just we understand, but we don't understand because we lack all the information.
See, and that's the thing. Like we're told all of these things, but then anomaly. That's what I was trying to think of. Not paradox. Anomaly. We find an anomaly like that. And it's like, wait a minute. This doesn't make sense. Like we've been taught in school that this is how physics work. Why is this way when you apply it to everything else, it's not? And again, you say, well, in space, maybe things different. Okay, maybe it is. I've never been there. But I do know this. There have been people that have been able to fucking search the bottom of the ocean. Not themselves, obviously, they can't do it yet. But we've sent equipment down there to map the bottom of the ocean. We know how cold it is. And for some reason, Like I said,
Yeah.
now we're on Earth. Now where physics supposedly is always supposed to apply. That doesn't make sense. Now, let's go with further one. One more. This maybe one more. I think maybe two more. Hold on, because this one really fucked me a little bit. Before I could look it up. No, actually no. I looked it up. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, sorry. Before I looked it up, I got curious. Like I said, just wondering about other shit that is not real. I was like, don't we have a massive space station hovering over the Earth right now?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought to myself, how the fuck they build that thing? Because I mean, like our technology right now is like not even. I mean, now we're at a good point. We figured out a lot of shit. Things are pretty cool right now. Let's be honest, right? In our lifetime, 40 years is a long time. We didn't, but here's the thing: we didn't have smart tech until like 2010. Okay,
Yeah. Well, at least they tell us.
Thank you. Now we barely had cell phones back in like early 2000s, but somehow in '98. Several countries all joined forces and built this massive structure. And here's the funny thing about it, though. Here's the funny thing about it is I the first I started wondering how did.
Give you a little prop right now.
What?
Hey,
good.
I just came to the dispensary to get some weed.
Okay.
Remember I told you I was gonna get some weed?
Yeah, word.
And it's right here, Gelato, south of Marbach and Military. It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
nice little spot. They have good, reasonable prices, and yeah, it's just right here.
Oh, shut up.
It's a little house, dude. So it's like going to the trap. You knock on the door, they open it, you come in, and it's a little store.
That's fucking cool.
But it's nice, yeah.
Well,
$3 grams right now. They used to have $2.50, whatever. They have a membership. You guys go for membership? Yeah, they have a membership, $25 a month. They give you a lanyard, and they have specials every day, like Monday, Tuesday, like Wednesday is Wax Wednesday, I think, or it used to be $3 fucking wax hits and like $10 grams, I think.
That's fucking cool.
I'm sorry, but I can put the information on my thing.
Yeah,
But
do it.
thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, so like I just came, like, yeah, you get served up like, you're going to the spot and shit.
That's fucking cool.
But yeah, back to what you were talking about. I just wanted to give a little plug
No, you're
in
good.
front of the people.
One more time, what's it called?
Gelato.
Gelato.
There's actually like 4 locations in San Antonio.
I was gonna say, yeah, this is San Antonio. The one that Joe is at off of Military. Anybody lives in that area, feel free to go by there and let them know if you hear it here that you heard about them from the podcast Don't Be So Sensitive. Just give us a little bit of credit. But back to what we were saying though, I got curious, but before I could even look it up, I ran into a video that talked about the space station and explaining how it doesn't exist. And I didn't get to watch the video because I got curious myself. So I started looking it up myself. That's why I found out how it was built. Because the reason I got curious about the space station is because I was thinking to myself, has anybody ever seen a satellite, or anybody ever seen a satellite?
Well, here's the thing. Look at how satellites are put into the fucking orbit. That's a rabbit hole to go down.
Yeah.
Because like some satellites get shot with a rocket.
Yep.
But most satellites get put up in a fucking balloon.
Yeah.
There's spoiler alert again, motherfuckers. Yeah. Look up how they fucking put satellites in the fucking orbit. They fucking tie a fucking weather balloon to that bitch. They put it up, and supposedly it flies so high that it gets in orbit, and the balloon pops or whatever, and yeah, it just floats around like that.
Now, I'm sorry, but that makes absolutely no fucking sense because
Right?
if the atmosphere, first of all, before you get to the atmosphere, is so fucking cold, how the fuck did that balloon burn hot enough to get that high? And second of all, once it got to the atmosphere, it'd be so hot that it would burn the balloon. The satellite would not be high enough to get pulled into orbit.
It doesn't make sense.
It makes no fucking sense. It makes no fucking sense.
Like some Teflon or some shit like that.
Yeah, it makes no fucking sense. Now, when I looked at the information about how the space station was built, the ISS, the International Space Station. Again, by the way, stop saying ISS space station. You know how retarded you sound when you say that. God, I was googling it, and I was seeing ISS space station. I'm like, dude, it's ISS. That's it. ISS stands for International Space Station. You sound retarded when you say ISS space station. You're repeating yourself. Like, why the fuck do people say it like that? It's so retarded. I don't know why I got annoyed by that, but it booked the crap out of me when I was reading it up. I was like, what the fuck? Why are people calling it that? It's so retarded. Anyway, sorry. This
Well, international because everybody has access to it.
no.
So
Oh,
it
but
doesn't matter what
no.
you're from.
No. What bugged me?
China,
What bugged me? No, what bugged me is they're saying ISS space station like all together. It's like, they just say ISS. It's in the abbreviation. ISS means International Space Station.
The name is
Yeah.
the name. Like,
People are saying ISS space station. Like, dude, you don't have to say space station.
I can't remember. There's something else that's like that. It's like it says the name twice, right?
Yeah. Like, stop doing that. He sounds stupid. I hate that shit. But anyways,
Abbreviation
so
is this, abbreviation is that.
but yeah, I was saying so like okay, so like the space station, it was, and here's the crazy thing about it, more so than that, the fact that it was not launched, it was literally built in space by robotics and astronauts. I swear to Christ, I'm not making that up. I looked it up. That's what it told me. It was built by robotics and astronauts. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, Dr. Science, can you explain a little further than that? Because that doesn't make any fucking sense. I mean, I need a little bit more than that. Oh, robotics. Oh, okay, cool. So a bunch of robots that we're barely perfecting now, by the way. We're barely figuring that shit out now. 25 years later, China's got some crazy fucking shit going on. But here's the thing, only them. So if robotics was used, then I would say maybe China built the fucking space station, but no, because they would have taken credit for that. So once again, I don't think the ISS actually exists. I think that, and take a step further though. Every single picture of the ISS is always the exact same shot. You never get it. And who the fuck is holding that fucking camera? Who is taking that fucking picture? And two, how is it the ISS orbits the Earth, but yet has never gotten a full picture of it?
Yeah, sorry about that.
You're good. But think about that. It's supposedly that's what it does. It orbits the Earth, it monitors the Earth, but yet there's never been a full picture of the Earth, the moon, anything that's supposed to be monitoring. None of that shit. It's just there. More so than that, how do people live there for so long? How do they get back? How do they get fucking food? How do they survive? None of it makes sense. And in a primitive time, by comparison, when it comes to science and astronomy, and astrophysics, better put, astrophysics, you got people out there in space. Back when we had no idea what the fuck we were doing yet, we're still figuring shit out. But yet somehow they mapped it out to figure out how they can survive there for decades. Come on now.
Yeah.
And then the next maintenance is supposed to be like in 2033. Yeah, it's a bit of a wait, don't you think?
Yeah.
You don't think that so you're telling me that nothing has gone wrong up there? Nobody's gone stir crazy. Nobody's trying to kill themselves or kill each other. I've seen a lot of movies, folks, about people that get stuck in space for years upon years. And I'm just saying, man, as a psychologist, I know how people are. When you're stuck in a confined space for a long period of time with a bunch of assholes, after a while, things start to get tense. Just saying, folks. Just saying. Eventually, something's going to crack. Some people are going to fucking lose their shit.
Exactly.
But somehow, they've never had any problems. We've never had a single story or drama or anything bad happening. No mechanical errors. Everything's always been just fine. It's all good. No. Why? Because Hollywood made it. Hollywood says that's how it happens. Guess what? And in the words of Stan Lee, the person who wins the fight is determined by whoever wrote the comic book. Hollywood has been writing all of this shit. The politics are putting this shit into play, telling us this is how things are. And the best part about it is that everybody's getting fucking rich and we're getting fucks.
Exactly.
And again, now, everything I've said, think about it. Now, do I sound crazy? By applying logic and physics, things that we've all been taught in school that we know to be true, facts. This is just observation, folks. You don't gotta go to school to look around and realize, hey, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, man. I mean, it doesn't make sense. This is just a handful of reasons. No, take a step further. That's my belief on why our lives are programmed a certain way. That we're supposed to live a certain way from the moment we're born to the moment we die. We follow a path that is set for us, not by our parents, because our parents, guess what? Their path was set by somebody else also. You see what I'm saying? Think about it. Here in America, I don't know about other countries because I'm American, I'm fucking stupid. I know for a fact that in America, for the most part, we're raised a certain way. You're born, you go to school, you get yourself educated, you go to college, you find yourself a nice partner. And again, hey, we're not homophobic, gay, straight, I don't give a shit what the fuck you're in. You find yourself a partner, you start a family. Okay, and again, you don't want kids. You're a gay family, you're a gay couple. You adopt, or you don't want kids, whatever. But the point is, though, you too, either way, that's still a family, right? You get a good job, you
Right.
go into your careers, you live out your lives. God willing, you save some money, you get retired, and you die, right? That's the American dream, right? I mean, yeah, you live a happy life. You find a partner, you raise a family, and you die. Okay, but here's the thing, though. That is like barely alive. The American dream is like practically dead. The American dream died when our generation came up and the government realized, hey, you know what? I don't think we need to do this anymore. I think we're all good and we just let them keep fucking around and we'll just keep on pulling and squeezing little by little. It's just enough to where they don't notice it. And then when they do notice it, it's too late and they can't do anything about it because they're so involved in all their shit that they have to go to work. They have to keep on. And they have to keep on working. How many people do you know that are still working right now in their retirement years? My parents still are. I know your mom is still.
Yep.
It's not right. It's not right. In the 50s and 60s, a family consisted of one working parent, three kids. They had a house. They had two cars, a garage, two-car garage most likely. Lived stably, fine. No worries, no drama. No, they didn't need fucking pills or pharmaceuticals or any of that shit. They lived happy lives. They were great. But 50 years later, 60 years later, 70 years later, I mean, dude, 20 years ago, we didn't need smart tech, but now we can't live without it.
Yeah.
Nobody knows how to read a fucking map anymore. Joey does, but I mean, I'm trying to reteach myself. Nobody remembers a fucking single phone number. When I was a kid, I had like 30 fucking phone numbers. I had 30 phone numbers memorized. I swear to God. And I knew because I would write them all down and I would memorize every single phone number. Why? Because when you had to call somebody, you couldn't just pull out your contacts and press a button. You actually had to remember the fucking number. And if you wrote it down like me, you dialed it so many times, it became muscle memory. You already knew exactly what buttons to push to call the person you were trying to call.
Exactly.
Nowadays, the only numbers we know is our own, at least. And if that, I don't know. I don't know my mom's phone number by heart. I don't know my dad's, my brother's, my sister. I don't know anybody's number by heart. Just my own. Just my own. That's fucking sad. And sometimes I still gotta fucking look just to make sure. Now, what does that tell you? They're dumbing us down, folks. They want us stupid. They want us dependent on all this crap. We didn't need this shit 20 years ago, but now we can't live without it. I know I said that first. I know I said it again, but I'm just repeating it just for effect. Like the more. John, can you call me? There you go. Ah, fucking shit. Last Joey. Give him a second. The fuck? Okay. I apologize. This happens sometimes. I'm gonna keep on talking just to I'll repeat when Joey comes back. The point I'm trying to make though is it like when you look around, everything that's going on, it doesn't make any sense, folks. Think about it. Our government constantly lies to us on a regular basis, but yet we continue to pretend like everything's okay, like it's a movie, like it's a fairy tale. Everything's gonna work out in the long run. But that's just it, folks. This isn't a movie. This isn't a fucking storybook. This isn't a fairy tale. This is your life, and you do not have as much control of it as you think you do. See if we can get Joey back in the mic real quick. Fucking true. God damn it.
I'm sorry. You can't leave a message.
Okay. I apologize, guys. This has happened before. I do not want to wrap this episode up, so what the fuck? Anyways, I apologize to the audience. This will be edited out on the Spotify and every other platform we post this up on. I will leave this on YouTube. Like I said, we do not edit out anything we record live. But just to reiterate what I was saying, is that look around, folks. All this stuff, it doesn't make any sense. The elites, they know something. They're not telling us. And I think in some cases they want to. I think in some cases, they drop little hints here and there, and the government finds out and they remove them. They silence them, they cancel them. They have a mysterious accident that's never explained later on, and we always look back and wonder, I wonder if there's some foul play going on there, but nothing's ever done about it. There's no further investigations. It just gets swept under the rug, and we run with it. You know why? Because we're so involved in so much crap we have going on, and that's the point. I want Joey to come back. So I want some feedback from this shit. Joey, Fuck you out. Oh, God.
I'm sorry. You can't leave.
Of course. Fucking Joey, call me back, you piece of shit. She's on Facebook. This is so frustrating. Joey, where you at, fucker? If I have to, I will shut this episode down. I do not want to. I'm going to give Joey a few more minutes. Like I said, I apologize to the audience. This does happen from time to time. We lose connection, and I have to sit here in dead air talking to myself. And I don't like doing that because, one, I have to repeat myself when Joey comes back. And two, until he does come back, I don't know if he is going to come back. And I do not want to shut this episode down because we're on a good fucking roll here. And we're already almost 2 hours. We could already start wrapping it up. Joey, just come back. God damn it, Joey. I don't care about this shit.
I'm sorry. You can't leave a message.
All right, I don't want to do this, but I am going to go ahead and shut this down because Joey did not give me any warning as to what happened. So we will have to continue this later, unless Joey calls me back in the next 2 minutes while I do our final thought, at least my final thought. But really quick, just to reiterate, we are going to come back to this. Like I said, I do apologize. I don't know what happened to Joey, and I'm a little pissed off right now because I really don't feel like dragging this out. So I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this up. But again, we are going to continue this. But think about everything that we talked about. Everything that we brought up, especially when it comes to, the elites knowing something and how, they constantly get silenced when they try to reveal secrets about what's going on in Hollywood and how things are not always what they seem. Religion. And how, we've been told this lie for so long, but when you really break it down, it doesn't make any sense. But yet so many people believe that. But then when you think about the fact that the government might be lying about so many other things, you don't want to believe that. You see what I'm saying? In the overall, folks, I guess what I'm trying to say is that, we are in some really tough times right now. And what we need to do, most importantly, is realize that we're all in this together. And I don't mean the elites, I mean everybody that's not an elite. All of us, the regular people that are just trying to get to their day-to-day, the people that are just trying to get to the end of the day because they don't know exactly what's going to happen. The moment they wake up, they say, you know what? I hope I make it. Because every day you wake up is a good day. Make it to the end, that's a great day. But again, think of everything we mentioned, about physics, about the sun, about the bottom of the ocean, about the space station, religion. None of it makes sense, folks. None of it makes sense. But what does make sense? Caring about each other, looking after each other, not fighting with each other over petty bullshit. You know who does not fight with each other? The elites. You know why? Because this is exactly what they want. Keep us fighting with each other. That way they continue to go to the bank and fuck us every goddamn day. That being said, I want to pursue my final thought. Again, Joey has not come back. I don't know what the fuck happened. So I apologize for that, folks. We are going to continue this. There will be a part 2 to this episode. But this is what I like to call next part of final thought. I'll let Jerry Springer, may he rest in peace. All I want to say is that, as I stated, we are in some very troubling times right now, and things are only going to get worse before they get better. One thing that we need to focus on, more importantly than everything else, is that there is only one race, the human race. This constant bickering and fighting and trying to figure out, who's more important than another. The reality, folks, is that one thing that's always true is that everybody is fighting a tough battle that we will never know about. We know what people choose to tell us, and nobody will ever tell us everything because most time it's too personal, or two, they just feel that we couldn't handle it. Because maybe we're dealing with our own shit. Have that mentality every time you meet anybody. Assume that whatever you're dealing with, they're dealing with that much, if not more. And never assume that anybody for that matter, is doing great. Because no matter how good somebody has it, everybody is dealing with something. That being said, like I said, Joey cut off. I don't know what the fuck happened, but this has been Don't Be So Sensitive with Joy Max Power. I'm Max Power. Y'all be safe out there. But more importantly, be grateful.